Good day, everybody. It's Valerie with J&S Hobbies and Crafts, and we are creating a Father's Day fold-out card. And it's going to be made out of Designs by Shellie Beauty and Blues, her Country Affair paper, her Steampunk Daze paper, and a little bit of Crocodile paper later on. So these are the sheets I'm using. First of all, I'm using the Steampunk Daze brown striped, the Country Affair blue plaid, the Beauty and Blues gorgeous, it looks like wallpaper, the Steampunk Daze stripes, the Beauty and Blues blue paper, and another piece of Country Affair plaid paper. And I'm also going to be designing this on the 6x6 Heartfelt fold-out cards. It comes with 3, but I'll be using the top one that's right here. And it has 4 card pieces in the front. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are going to have different things on them. I'm also going to be using the leather paper that we have. And I'll tell you about it. Also, I'm going to be using the fleur borders just to cut the edges of the cards out. I started with the back and I made it the striped shirt. And it's a striped shirt, I should say. And I made a collar that folds over out of a piece. And here's the dimensions here below. So you can see the little collar. I made it and I folded it over. And then I took and found a tie pattern online. I just found one that was free online and I cut it to the size that I wanted it. And then I took that Beauty and Blues paper that looks like the wallpaper and cut the tie out and placed it on top of the shirt. Then I took the Beauty and Blues paper and pre-lined out the second half of the card. It's like the third one in the back, and made sure that it fit. I wanted a specific area of this blue paper, so that's why you can see that I'm making sure that the part that fits on the card section is all blue, even though I'll have a little bit of the butterfly and the flowers showing. It's supposed to look like blue jean material, so this is actually going to be overalls. And then under the overalls, I'm using that brown plaid from the Country Affair, and that's me using the border basics that come with this. And as you can see, I'm cutting all the little pieces so that they look like overalls. Once they're all cut out, I kind of place them on the card, get them where I want them. So part of the pocket's going to show and part of it's not. And then I kind of angled the little strap for the overalls and make a little mark so that I can cut it to the angle of the card shape in the background. So here you can see me making the little marks, and then I just go ahead and place it underneath and actually take a pencil and make that curve so that it cut it and it'll perfectly fit along the edge there. I did the same thing with the pocket too. I cut it off and then I added little seams and stitches just using my pencil. And yes, the pocket you can put stuff in. We're going to put some stuff in there later. The next piece is the Steampunk Daze brown stripes, and I made a little pocket template for it, and this is actually going to be a fishing vest. So I'm going to use the brown stripes as the background of the fishing vest, and then I'm going to put 2 pockets, but only one pocket's going to be in full. I'm using the back of our brown leather paper. It's not real leather, but you know what I mean, our leather textured paper, because I like the lighter color of the other side of it. It looks like suede. So I'm taking my little pocket template that I made, and the dimensions for my pockets and things are inside of this tutorial. So I write them down and put them at the top for you. And then, of course, I kept all the little templates for later. So that's me always keeping track of everything. So the first pocket is actually going to be at the top of the right-hand side of the little vest. And then I'm actually going to make a second pocket, but it's only going to see a portion of the pocket. So you can see here that I'm going to line it up to figure out just about how much of the second pocket is going to show. So I found it easier to just go ahead and make a little line, place the pocket, put a little line at the bottom of the pocket, and then move it down so I can see the distance between the bottom of the pocket and the second pocket. And it's going to end up being about 1 inch of a rectangle. So I'm just going to put that on the paper and cut just a little skinny 1-inch rectangle by the width of this pocket. And these pockets are also going to be available to put things inside of. So I'm using my art glitter glue. I'm going to place down the vest material first. And then I'm going to place the pockets. And again, you can see that I leave the top opening open so that you can put things inside of it. I'll explain that later. So let's get these pockets put on. This art glitter glue has the greatest little metal tip on it that is so skinny, so it is actually perfect putting small amounts of glue on things. And I'm sorry if you can hear the sounds in the background. It's the guys working in the shop next door. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's really loud for me. I'm going to add stitches again. And now I'm going to work on the front piece. And the front piece is going to be the blue plaid. So it's going to be kind of like a small portion of a plaid shirt. And it is going to have a pocket too. So I'll cut the first piece out using my templates, my dies that go with this card. And then I'm making a 3" by 3" square with a 1" flap. You can see I'm always making little notes. So this pocket is going to just go on the front. I found buttons, by the way, later on and put them on, so you can see the buttons are put on now. And then I decided at the last minute I actually wanted to take some of my color box dies and do the edges of the pockets, this pocket at least, so that it actually kind of stands out. So you can see here I'm using my brush sticks. I'm just going to kind of just go along the edges really soft, just so that the pocket sticks out a little more. And then I changed my mind and decided to do the edges of the overalls as well, so that you can actually see kind of where the stitches go, and so that you can see kind of the whole seams and everything. And if you have some fun little washi tape, I use some Heidi Swapp washi tape. You could probably decorate the backs of these parts of the cards. This is the back of the fishing vest. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to put some little black and white striped washi tape at the bottom of it. I didn't really have any other colors that went with the rest of it, but if you do, I'd suggest you add some. So here's me showing you the things in the pocket. We've got lures and bobbers and really cute stuff on that one. And the middle one, I decided to add a little screwdriver, and in the back pocket, I put a really cute little pin, and I made it look like it's actually in the pocket with the little pin holder over the edge. They all have some stickles on them. I think there's gold stickles on the back one, and some silver stickles on some of the fishing things. Oops, fumble. Then there's some pearl stickles I put on on the screwdriver. And then the silver ones I did on the fishing bobber. Okay, and so then I decided to make, of course, a crocodile briefcase. And the crocodile paper briefcase is 7 3/4 wide by 1/2 inch sides, 1/2 inch bottom, and 1/4 inch folds. So you can see that the card is a little over 7.5 inches long with the collar, or I should say high. And then it's about 6 1/4 inches, I think, 6 inches wide. So you definitely have to make your briefcase a little bit bigger. So I went with 6 1/4 and 7 3/4. And here is the front part of the briefcase. As you can see, 7 3/4 by 6 1/4. And the bottom and the sides are 3/4 of an inch, which is just wide enough to put the card in once it's folded up. I used my 1/4 inch score tape, put it along the edges, and then took the second piece, which is exactly 7 3/4 wide, and 9 and I believe 1/4 inch tall, and it became the back piece and the flap. Oh, 9 1/2 inches tall, sorry. It became the back piece and then the flap. So I'm putting it all together here. Takes a couple minutes to get it all lined up. I apologize. And then I used the scraps from what I cut off to actually create a strap that goes all the way around the center of the briefcase and up and over the flap. And then I used magnets to close it, like I did my little purse that I made earlier for Mother's Day. So here's the magnet on the strap. And as you can see, the strap goes all the way around and over. And then I put the magnet on the inside of the flap. So sorry, I got my cord all messed up. And then I added a little Tim Holtz buckle, so it looks like it's buckled, but it's just faux buckled. It actually attaches with a magnet. Turned out really cute. You open it up and close it very simply, and you don't have to worry about ruining the paper that goes through the little buckle. In goes the card. Yep, gets caught up on the sides sometimes. You close it up, and there you go. It's very easy. It slides in and out, very simple. Dad's gonna really like this. At the last minute, I realized I forgot to add a handle, so I used some more of the scrap and attached it at the top. I wanted to thank you all for joining me today, and I really hope you enjoyed this Father's Day card. If you want to buy products for this card, you can go to www.jnshobbiesandcrafts and purchase all your product. Happy crafting, everybody. Have a great day.